Get me that signal. We need more power.
I am talking with Mike Selinker from Lone Shark Games.
Yes, sir.
And we're here at the Paizo booth in the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game demo area.
Yep.
And I'm surrounded by a bunch of people playing the new Pathfinder Adventure Card Game. What I want to know is, can you tell me about the Pathfinder Adventure Card Game since it's been selling like hotcakes? Are you guys actually sold out?
As far as I can tell, I'm sure there's some
secret hidden stash?
Hidden stash I'm not aware of, but yeah, I mean, as far as I know, we don't have any more copies.
I've seen them flying off the shelf.
Yeah, I can tell you about it. It's so I'm Mike Selinker. I'm the designer of the game. I have a great development team that worked with me, and we produced this crazy hybrid RPG slash card game that grows over time, and your characters change and evolve, and you beat scenarios, and eventually over months or years knock down a huge story. It's one of the weirdest games I've ever been involved with, and it seems to be a very, very popular game at the moment.
Now, how did this game come about?
Well, my friend of mine, Ryan Sam, and I came up with sort of a theory as to how you might be able to fuse these two concepts. Something I kind of wanted to do for years, something that he had wanted to do for a while. And we put together a game that we liked, that didn't have a license attached to it or anything like that. It was just like, here's a game we can play. And I took it to a show and ran into my old friends from Paizo and said, I think I have a game you want to look at. And so we immediately decided we wanted to do a game together. I wanted to do a Pathfinder game for years. I actually got to do a bunch of games with Paizo, like Kill Dr. Lucky and Key Largo and other games. But this was going to be the first Pathfinder-based card game that had been created. We did a little deck called the Hero deck earlier that was a big hit and gave us confidence that we could have a chance to do something great. And then we just took the biggest, most expansive, sprawling story we could find in Rise of the Runelords and said, how would you make a card game out of this? And a lot of work went into it. We came out with something that I thought was pretty great.
Now, I know you had the base set, and then there was the first, what was that, the character?
So we have the base set, which is about 500 cards, and it contains the first adventure called Burnt Offerings, which is our Goblin expansion. We really like goblins. So that's in the base box. Then we have that lets you play with 1 to 4 characters. You can play solo or with a group. And then we have the character add-on deck, which is 5 and 6 players, plus some more characters you can play and some more cards. Every 2 months, we'll release a new adventure of new scenarios that you can play, new monsters, new treasures, all sorts of things. And the game will get harder as you go along, but your characters will get stronger as you go along. And so there's this neat little balance where everything gets more difficult, you get tougher, and at the end there's a big blowout explosion, and it should be a lot of fun.
So it does have a little role-playing aspect to it, because your characters actually get stronger as you play.
You're seeing a massive character growth between the first time you play with a character and the 20th time you play with a character. They're almost unrecognizable. You gain more powers, you gain more cards, you gain stronger abilities, you gain better cards, you start getting rid of cards, and you'll find card combos that you really want to work. So you'll put them in your deck that are perfect for that character. But meanwhile, so all that's going on is very positive. You're starting to get the deck you want, it's finely tuned. Everything starts to just pile on top of you, and everything's much worse that you have to deal with, right? Like the monsters are tougher, and the challenges are weirder. There's all sorts of different things you have to do. The game win condition can change. The time in the game can change. The number of cards in the game can change. Everything starts shifting out from under you. All your comfort zones go away. And by the end, you are playing a different game than you were playing before, because now you're godlike power, but there's dragons and giants everywhere and all that. So it's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. So that's how you can actually play it solo, is because you're playing through these adventures.
Yeah, we call that grinding. So basically what you do is...
like playing WoW.
Yeah, exactly like playing WoW. So the idea for grinding is, let's say you don't want to, let's say a bunch of people are playing the game and they've been playing for 6 months. So they're all at the midpoint of power level in the game, or slightly better, right? And you come along and you want to play with them. Well, if you play a character that's like straight out of the base set, you're going to get crushed by what's out there.
Right.
So there's 2 ways to deal with that problem. Well, there's 3. The first way to deal with it is to go by the rule in the book which says you can make a character out of any cards that are of 2 boxes or below from where you are. So if they're on Adventure 4, you can make anything from Adventure 2 or down. You can just take it and put it in. Second way to do it is to do what we call grinding, which is to keep playing solo, which is really fast. Right, because you don't have all this interaction between players. You just bang, 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 bang against the game over and over again, and then you will start to gain all the cards that you need and win a few times and stuff like that. The third way is to abjectly cheat, is to just reach into the box for whatever cards you want,
and start playing.
Put them into your deck and start playing. Nobody's going to come to your house and take that game away from you. So,
hey, buddy, Pathfinder cops.
Exactly. So you know, it's a cooperative game. Nobody gets hurt here. Nobody's going to jail. So just do what you want and make it. But yeah, we wanted there to be a real strong difference between level 1 and level 20, essentially. And so we wanted to make sure that all that effort you put in was rewarded by you being a very different character.
So you guys already have multiple expansions planned,
Not just
multiple
planned,
releases?
Done. We
Nice.
we made all of it at the same time. We're releasing it, you know, slowly because we expect that people will take time to get through their games. But yeah, we're completely done with year 1 of Pathfinder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Very good. Well, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, and so, you know, now we're already thinking, like, we're not developing that anymore. We're now thinking, okay, what's the next thing we want to do with this Pathfinder game? You know, where do we want to go from here? Do we want, you know, different kinds of adventures, different places to adventure, all that stuff? And so, yeah, I think we're gonna keep doing this as long as people will let us.
I'd say it's definitely been the talk of the show here so far, between you guys and the Firefly guys. It's been quite the corner to be in.
Yeah, it's been a pretty great show, and I, on a personal level, have just been amazed by how many people are coming up to me and saying congratulations or great job or we just had a great time playing your game. That's always a pretty good thing to hear when you're a game designer. So I really appreciate all the people here who've been extremely solicitous, and hope that their experiences with the adventure card game are as exciting as I hope they will be.
Mike, thanks for taking a few minutes to talk to me.
I'm happy to do so.
Good luck with the adventure card game.
I appreciate it.
It means that's it. We need more power.